what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Geek-Stew, and today, guys, welcome back to a life update with Ike. So, you've probably been wondering, where the hell have I been? Bro, I don't even know where I've been. Well, first of all, I want to give you guys a quick special thanks. I know I kind of talked about it last week on the podcast, but I wanted to make a video about where we've been. But also, I wanted to thank you guys real quick for 1,000 subscribers. We're actually over 1,000 now, so I thank you so much for that. Hopefully soon we can start monetization and look into, getting some stuff purchased for the channel to make my videos better. Today's video is just, I'm just here talking to you, and I'm actually in a little bit of a different scenery. I've been actually working a lot lately, so I decided to take a quick moment to talk to you guys and kind of give you guys an update of where I've been. I know that I had said I was going to do a conspiracy theory video, so I apologize for this not being a conspiracy theory video. But I really wanted to get some thoughts out on video about where I've been. And also, I feel like this might be interesting to some folks. I don't know. Some people are dark and morbid. I mean, if you like my conspiracy theory videos, then yeah. So a couple quick things. First and foremost, I have a new lapel mic. Might do some ASMR. I'm kidding. But I do have a new mic. Hopefully this is a little bit better audio. Actually, my mom, she was like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, I don't know, man. And my wife reminded me that I've been wanting one of these lapel mics because these lapel mics have a little bit better audio quality than like iPhone headphones. So here we go. Hopefully this video is good. If not, I'm sorry, but we are trying to improve. Also, I had to retire my other coffee cup, so I got a new, it's like a Xbox coffee cup. My grandma got it for me. My other coffee cup, I put it in the dishwasher and it was not dishwasher safe, so it completely fucked up the outside. So, not gonna do that with this one. A little ASMR for you. But anyhow, so I want to thank you guys again for sticking with us, and I promise next week, hopefully we'll be back to normal with the holidays and everything else. Life has been super crazy, but I wanted to talk a little bit about where I've been. So I have to kind of rewind to November, and I need to give you some context. I also want to put a slight trigger warning. Some of the pictures and stuff that I'm going to be talking about is a little gruesome, so I just want to give you a fair warning that if you're squeamish around blood or wounds, then maybe not. Don't click on this video. Don't worry, it's not my wounds, but still, it might still be upsetting to some viewers who may not like blood. So anyhow, let's get into it. Let's talk about where I've been. So we have to kind of rewind to November, about, a little over a month ago, actually. Yeah, a little over a month ago. I went down to southern United States, the Carolinas, to visit some family, but also visit Salsa. If you haven't checked it out, check out our 900 subscribers special. It was actually pretty cool. You got to see Salsa on camera for the first time ever. Also got to, it was just a fun time, really. I also got shot with an airsoft gun, and don't mind any beeping or anything like that. Just there's shit going on everywhere. Anyways. So, we went down to the Carolinas to visit some family, visit Salsa. We did our 900 subscribers video, which I quite enjoyed. I'm just going to adjust that. It's not as long as the other one. It was bothering me. And had a good time. So basically, I sort of talked about this on the podcast, but I wanted to kind of give some more details. I also have pictures. So basically, my dog hurt his tail. Specifically, and let me get the right date for you. I want to put into perspective how long this has been going on. So I was in the Carolinas from the 21st of November until the 26th. So we got there on the 21st and then left on the 26th. We left on Black Friday. That's when the video went up that you guys watched. Hopefully, if you didn't, go watch it. Anyways, so on the 24th, it was actually a Wednesday. The previous night, we went and watched Resident Evil Raccoon City, Welcome to Raccoon City, and we got home from the theater. It was kind of late, and so we tried to sleep in a little bit on the 24th, but you know how life goes. Typically, you try to sleep in and it doesn't work. So I get woken up by my wife, who's like, oh my God, my grandma texted me, our dog Kai, which if you've never seen my dog, this is my dog. Our dog Kai had blood on his behind. Now, we weren't really sure what happened exactly. We honestly thought it was like a burst anal gland. We don't have any pictures of like what it looked like, but I guess he just had a little bit of blood on his back legs or something. And the grandparents were obviously freaked out by that. So grandparents were like, okay, well, we're going to take him to our local vet and whatnot and see if we can see what's going on, see if they can get him taken care of. Hopefully this isn't something serious. So they take him over to the animal clinic and they're basically like, oh, he just has a little cut on his tail. It's fine. Well, it was fine. They cleaned it up. They didn't wrap it. They said that they couldn't wrap it, which in a minute will not make sense. But their local clinic said they couldn't wrap it, but they cleaned it up, put some ointment or whatever on it, gave my wife's grandparents, my grandparents-in-law, gave them some pain medicine and some antibiotic for our dog, and he was fine. So for reference, this is about what his tail looked like at that point. Obviously, the picture's not great. I think he was laying on somebody. But you kind of saw for reference what his tail looked like, a couple of years ago, and then what his tail looked like when he injured it. Basically, it looked like his normal white tail, except for he had some like splotchy red stuff on the end because it looked like he was bleeding a little bit. But overall, he was fine. They gave him some pain medicine, whatever else, sent him home. They only gave him 3 days worth of pain medicine, so for reference here, the pain medicine would have covered from the 24th to the 26th. So on the 26th, when we were driving home, he was fine. On the 27th, he seemed fine. On the 28th, he started acting a little funky, but we thought he was fine. Well, on the 29th, which was Monday, we woke up to him like squawking in the crate, and he was freaking out. And I mean, he was just not having a good time. So I woke up, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I got him out of there, brought him out into our living room, and basically I sat with him all night on this couch, actually, weirdly enough, and just held him all night. And every now and then he would like wake up and like he would freak out about his tail. So we're like, okay, we need to take him to the vet because obviously something's still wrong with his tail. My thought process was that the pain medicine was out of his system, so he probably was not having a good time. So, fast forward until 7 a.m. on that day. I call our vet locally, and they're like, yeah, bring him in at like whatever time. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. We take him in, and like on the way there, like it gets significantly worse. He starts going after his tail. He's chasing himself in his crate. He hits himself in the head. He hits his chin. I mean, he's biting his tail, and it's bleeding everywhere. Like I'm carrying him into the vet, and he's in his crate because we thought that would be safest for him. And honestly, I wish I would have just held him because I don't think he would have freaked out as much. But he's just he bit the shit out of his tail. Like he was going absolutely fucking buck wild. And I mean, it was bleeding. He was ripping the fur off. I don't have any pictures of that, but it looked like he literally murdered somebody. What I do have a picture of is when they wrapped his tail. He put his cone on. He was just laying on the floor of the vet clinic right here. And he had a big, long blue tail for a while because they wrapped it and patted and everything, hopefully to let it heal. And that was on the 29th. They're like, all right, let it heal, keep it wrapped, and then bring him back on the 1st, which was Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we roll back up to the clinic, and they're like, okay, we're going to unwrap it, and we're going to see how it looks. Well, it didn't look great. This is a picture of his tail, and I put the trigger warning up already, so you should know that this is going to look probably gross, but this is his unwrapped tail. It's oozing, and the tip of his tail is necrotic, it's black, it's starting to die, and that's the reason they unwrapped it. They're like, he did quite a bit of damage already, so we unwrapped it to hopefully let it breathe and maybe get some life back into it. So basically, we're up to December 1st at this point. Now, mind you, I've not been able to sleep in my bed since that Monday morning because with my dog and everything else, he's just freaking out, losing his goddamn mind. He won't sleep in a crate with a cone on. And so basically I started sleeping on the couch with him. We actually have outside of your view is a love seat. Basically, we moved the love seat over flush against the couch, and it kind of makes a bed. So I would lay kind of diagonally, and he would lay next to me, and I would watch him essentially all night. So that's basically where we're at. Actually, I took a video at some point. I'll go ahead and show it. I took a video. I was like half asleep. I was like, I'm going to just record this just in case I decide to make a video about this. I guess I decided to make a video about it, didn't I? It was gone. It's nighttime. I don't know if I'll ever include this in a future video. I'm watching videos of some guy camping. I don't know. Anyways, so this will probably make sense in context with everything else. But this is how I have to sleep at night. My futon over there. Actually, I don't know if I can't flip it, but basically, I hope you saw it. Basically, I have a futon pushed up against the couch because of my dog. He has to wear a cone, and normally he sleeps in his crate at night, but with the cone, he ain't gonna do that. So we have to sleep out here with him, and yeah, it's not fun. But just wanted to show this setup. My cat's over there, but yeah. This is how I sleep at night. So I'll probably make a video about this at some time. But yeah, so catch you guys later. So you kind of see what situation I was in. I was looking on the couch and whatnot. And I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it also wasn't the greatest. So I'm pulling my calendar back up because I like to have an idea of dates. So basically Wednesday, they unwrap his tail, tell us, keep it unwrapped, and then come back on Friday, which was the 3rd. So when we go back on Friday the 3rd, they're like, all right, so before I say this, I'm going to show you a couple pictures. So this was that we showed you his tail like right when they unwrapped it. This is his tail like the next day, and then which was like the 2nd, and then by the 3rd, his tail looked like this. So as you can see by those two pictures, his tail was not doing so hot. It was really gross, and like he was not having a good time. It was painful for him, and so I'm sure you could probably like put 2 and 2 together. The tail had to come off. So they said, okay, on the 3rd we took him in. They looked at it. I mean, it was bleeding. It wasn't bleeding, but like it was so like, I don't want to say it was fragile, but like it was cracking. Like it was super dry, and like it was dying. His tail was dying. And so they're like, yeah, his tail's desiccating. So if you don't know what desiccating is, that means all the moisture, it's dying, and all the moisture is coming out of it. So basically his tail's becoming like a rock. And the tip of his tail, we were actually worried it was going to fall off because it had already become bent from him hitting it on stuff. So we were worried that it was going to fucking fall off. And thankfully it didn't. That would have freaked me out a little too much, but so on the 3rd, they're like, yeah, we're going to just take it off. So we had to, I don't want to say we had to deal with him, but with his tail, like, he's very weird about it. And like, especially when it was injured, he had a hard time just functioning like on a most basic level. Like he would hit it on stuff like walking, or he would hit it on stuff while he was trying to eat, and like it really put a damper on like his life, which also in turn put a damper on our lives because it became very difficult to function. I called out at work multiple times because I mean we had to watch him 24/7 because when I was at work my wife was watching him. When my wife was like at night and stuff, like I slept out here basically from the 29th until like the 26th. Yeah, from the end of December until last Sunday, because what happened is that we couldn't leave him alone for any amount of time, because if we did, he would hurt himself or he'd go after his tail. Now he had a cone on, obviously, but I mean, the cone only does so much. If he really wanted to, I think he could have got to it. So obviously I'm not trying to make a sob story. Woe is Ike for having to sleep on the couch. But bro, let me tell you what, my back hurted. So we take him back on the 8th of December. He gets his tail amputated, and it looks like this. Sorry, I pointed down here for some reason. I'm stupid. I forgot how to do videos, but his tail looked like that. And I mean, it was better than what it looked like before. It didn't look like it was necrotic. And I mean, we have some other pictures of his tail over time. I'm not going to show you every single one, but his tail looks a lot better now. This picture was taken, I think, on the 8th or the 9th, right after he had some bruising on his butt, which is to be expected, especially from like a traumatic surgery like that. But I mean, the bruising obviously is gone. I'll give you a picture of more recently. This is his butt more recently. So his overall looks good. We took him to the vet on last Wednesday, the 22nd. They're like, well, we thought he was going to get his cone off actually, but they're like, actually keep it on for a couple more days. And we decided to keep it on a couple more days because we were going to take it off on Friday the 24th, but we had to leave him alone because we were at some family for Christmas and we couldn't bring him to there. So like we had to leave him by himself kind of for a little bit, like a couple hours. So we decided to keep his cone on. My cat's coming to say hi. Come here, Luma. Say hello to the people out there. She's pretty cute. She's running away now, but anyhow, so we kept it on until the 25th, Christmas actually, and on Christmas, right before bed, we took it off, and he did good, and then on the 26th, he did good, and then finally, I could sleep in my own bed. Let me tell you, slept in my own bed on the 26th. It was great. I got to sleep in my bed all week this week, actually, with the exception of yesterday. He woke up in the middle of the night because he pooped in his crate, which, if you don't know, like typically dogs don't like poop in their crate, especially if that's like where they sleep. That's where he likes to sleep, so it's obviously not great that he pooped in there, but it is what it is. We cleaned it up, and I just kind of brought him out here, laid down on the couch, and he just kind of laid down with me. I think he just woke up and had a belly issue or something, but anyhow, it is what it is. So overall, you know, a month of sleeping on the couch is, I guess, a small price to pay for my dog's happiness. I am very happy that he's doing better. He's actually doing a lot better. Speaking of, he's going back to normal. He's doing his normal dog stuff. He's like sleeping all day because that's what he loves to do. And then at night he gets up and gets a little rambunctious, chases the cat around. You know, we play with him a little bit, but you know, everything's back to normal for the most part. His tail's pretty much healed up at this point. He has a little bit of scab left, but we call him our little nubbin boy. So that's where I've been. I guess I'm just going to wrap this up, and hopefully you guys like this video. I know it's not a conspiracy theory video. It is what it is. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been really hard making videos lately, and I try to sit down and like write out a script for a conspiracy theory video. I'm like, I really don't have it in me, so I'm sorry, truthfully. But anyhow, we're gonna wrap this up, and then do like my normal wrap-up stuff. But let's move on to final thoughts. So there's a really quick wrap-up here. Go ahead and give us a like and subscribe, share, favorite, all that good stuff. Follow us on social media. Twitter and Facebook are the YouTube channels, social media, and then I have my own Twitter and a TikTok. And Salsa has a Twitter and a Twitch. I'll try and link that down below if I remember to. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, really, that's all there is to it. Thank you guys again for sticking with us. I've been having a lot of really great comments on some of the videos, a lot of really interesting discourse on stuff. Oh, speaking of discourse, check out our Discord. Discord should be linked down below as well. Yeah, I mean, really, I've been I want to apologize because I know I haven't been making videos and everything else, and I do intend to make videos. It's just one of those things where you go a month sleeping on the couch, barely making life live, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting over here. I mean, it's rough. Let me tell you, it might not sound rough, but like when you're used to sleeping in a bed, sleeping on a couch for a month because your dog injured his tail. I mean, and the worst part about it too is that like my poor dog, like I have to like watch him, right? And it was a whole mess because I would wake up like every couple hours because he would move. And I would be like, oh God, what's going on? Are you okay? And he's fine, obviously. He just fucking readjusted or something. But big brain here is just like, anyhow. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Go ahead and continue to follow the journey. Follow our channel. We'll be back to normal soon. Hopefully next week we'll be able to get a Control Oversee out to you on Wednesday, and then a Conspiracy Theories with Ike on Friday. It's just takes some time to get back in the groove of things, especially when shit like that happens where my dog decides to fucking lose his mind. But anyhow, if you guys have, I guess if you have any questions about like my dog getting his tail amputated, I mean, like I kind of have some information. So if you want to share your story about your dog having to go through something like that, or if you have questions about it, I mean, shit, put them down below and I'll answer them. But yeah, really that's all there is to it. I'm not going to continue to ramble. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will check you back in the next one. So stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay awesome. See ya.